Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your February 2025 reading. So, I meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about this month. Well, the first card that I have is the King of Wands in reverse and the Page of Wands upright. So, okay, we're talking about fire. When these two come together like this is like if there would be something we would like to go for, that we want to, but we haven't mastered that way of doing things at all. We're kind of timid about it, starting it like a page. And under that, I have an Ace of Cups. So, of course, it comes in the area of a new communion, okay? Because the Ace of Cups is very much about communion. That's why it can be creative, inspirational. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can be on any level that makes us absorb or commune with something new. New information, new insight, new aspiration, intuition, love. Okay, so but there you go. Let's say that your King of Wands on this is not professional at all. Okay, and that's probably like an old programming of your fire. Maybe like somebody that's used to having narcissist people around them are now confronted with a new cup, whether it is like embarking into a new project or whatever it is, even a friendship or whatever. They're not used to holding up their fire, grounding it, putting their boundaries, having the guts to take the risks and the things like that, because they've lived a lot of the opposites. So maybe they're much more passive or pushing things forward or fearful than they should be. And so that's why it's going to come up as a page, but in contrast with this. So that means this is going to be something that you're not used to. And so during the month, here I have the Eight of Wands. So that little page is actually dancing with the universe here. And it creates a tower with the Queen of Cups. Under it, Queen of Wands. So you know what you want. You know what you desire. But the emotional part, or do I allow this or not? Am I drowning in my old stuff? Am I overwhelmed emotionally? I don't know how to read the situation. The Tower in reverse is actually going to help you clear that. Clear the incertitude, the uncertainties, the emotional uncertainties. Let's call it like that. And after that, I have Justice here. And so for a lot of you, it's all about, your old relationship with the world, with partners, with the universe, with yourself. The Tower is going to readjust balance. And here I have the Knight of Wands with it. But the Knight of Wands is in reverse. So that means that the danger for some of you, if the Tower does a job and Justice is really upright, it's fine. It's going to readjust the type of energy you've used to have, which was probably unconstant, in and out, never grounding itself. I have an idea, I have an aspiration, I have an insight for 5 minutes and then it's gone, or I haven't implanted it or anything like that. Bottom of the deck, I have Death in reverse. So let's clarify this for you, my beautiful Tauruses. So, okay. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Taurus for the month of February 2025. Taurus. What is this all about? Oops. Maybe it's time to finally let something die and finish. That King of Wands in reverse type of thing. So that your masculine can back yourself up. Because the page, like if we take fire like with wood, okay, the page is like kindling fire. It's good to start a new fire quick. The king would bring the big log so that that fire is constant all the way through. It's not like psh, fireworks and gone. But it's like that for a reason. If that's what you've experienced in life, don't jug it to, well, that's how I am kind of thing. There's a reason why. And I think the Tower is going to undo the reason why. And it is when you're going to confront that full moon in Leo is going to probably show you something about how your fire functions and why. So that's why we have the Queen of Cups here, to know why. Okay, let's look at that King of Wands in reverse with the Page of Wands. Okay, Queen of Sword. Okay, there's a bunch here, but the two cards that were kind of obvious were the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So see, when it comes time to ground it, invest in it in the long term, we have a lie about this within ourselves. There's something that we don't quite understand about it, or that we've applied it, drew the wrong conclusion at one point inside of us, and it created that. Let's look at that Ace of Cups here. So it has the potential of being a brand new fire that you can manifest here. But see, there's the lie. King of Swords in reverse. So that lie needs to come down. And it's probably a lie around fairness. Around, if I'm a gardener and I believe that gardens, they pick and choose what seed they're gonna nourish. There's a good chance that somebody's gonna come around and put full of, baking soda or whatever in my garden soap and kill everything. I will have a hard time putting the long energy of implementing my seeds if I'm sure that the outcome's going to be unfair. That could be something around that. Ooh, all right. Okay, we have the Eight of Wands and the Hermit. When I'm doing my move, but there seems to always be obstacles and things like that, keeping the Hermit of, yes, it feels right, I don't see how it's going to happen, but I'm still going to continue even if I don't see the 5-year plan and everything, is pre-organized and all of that. It's a question of trust here. So show me the Tower. Okay, that was a question of trust. Here we have the source of injustice. 10 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. Yes, but Fanny, every time I'm investing, I never get the results of my efforts. The world is unfair. I've had 10 years, 20 years 30 years, my whole damn life like this, and my mother's and my grandmother's, and so on. 5 of Pentacles. That's what the Tower has to break down, because if it, you see how they are not in a receptive mode. Their fire is just supporting them. See, it's crotches. The wood is become a crotch. That means my energy is just there to make me continue on my own dynamo. I'm not emotionally supported. I'm not physically supported. I'm in the snow and I'm outside and I'm struggling. So if that's my reality, starting that new project, that new passion, with that false truth within myself, it's going to be almost impossible to start it. So the Tower is going to shake that down for you. Queen of Wands. Probably going to end up saying, okay, there's a load of wands of old fire that you've got to drop. Because you got to know what you want and what you desire. What do you want? To carry this that doesn't give anything? Or do you want that brand new beginning? We have 3 aces now. Beautiful new beginning for you, Taurus. But it's almost like, yeah, it cannot remain in surface and spark. I need to plant it. And in order to plant it, I need to believe that it will be worthy. Justice. All right. So, justice, being able to see it, justice and judgment. Okay, that's a huge wake-up call. Tower, justice, judgment. Ooh, we're rising the things to make sure that, because here, see that 4 of Cups? That's why your Queen of Cups is in reverse, because these are the vibration that have already been grounded, already been manifested. That's why they're on the ground. So, been there, done that. And it's not so great. When you look at the face of the guy, not so satisfying. But there's a cup there. And sometimes, you know, we refuse to see the cup because it comes out of our known. This is how things have always been for many, many years. Judgment on that. And here the Pope with the Queen of Swords. This is where now I see clearly, I understand, and I have the sovereignty to choose what is going to be grounded here. Same old, or no. So that Knight of Wands in reverse is going to be judged in a way. Okay? All right. So we have the 10 of Swords in reverse. Of course, the ideal would be a 10 of Swords upright, so that we are conscious of that will to give up. Why we have the will to give up? See how our that's the bottom of the deck here, our page, running out of the kindling wood is running out of energy at the end of the month. Like a big high, but at the end of the month, the kindling wood is going to lack energy. And that's when we need to be conscious. Some of you will, because with judgment and justice, this needs to become conscious of why. What is that belief that keeps me only in those sparks of energy, high passion moment, and then winding down. High passion moment, winding down. It's because I'm sure that if I ground it, it will disappear. And that is extremely, the possibility of that would be so painful that I prefer to let it die and remain it in a potential. So, it's facing this, Taurus, for you. It's really like facing your fire. The state of your fire and understanding the belief that makes that fire like that. I'm going to call this facing your fire. Because once you can master your fire, once you understand how your fire works, then you're much more in control. Then you would be the magician. It's got the 4 elements on the table, so it needs to master. Fire is one of them. All right. On this, my beautiful Tauruses, and of course, you know, that can switch the moment you understand it, the moment you're conscious of it. Thank you for watching, sharing, commenting, and all of that. Please subscribe. Of course, for the book, I put the link in the bottom here of the video. You're going to have a link that brings you directly to the Amazon page where things are at. And also you can go on the website and have the link also if you want a signed copy or whatever. Of course, there's the delivery cost on top of it if you don't have Prime. So, you know, all of that. And so, yeah, have a beautiful Valentine's Day. Time to tell the people around us that we love them. And on this, namaste. And I'll see you next month. All right? Bye-bye.